Good morning, and I am Mr. Brislin. Welcome to SLP. I am so glad to be working with you, boys and girls. So, let's go over what this will look like. So, if you're watching this YouTube video, it's probably because you aren't able to attend the Zoom sessions. I highly recommend, if you can attend the Zoom sessions, which are at 9 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays for the next 4 weeks, to please attend that. You don't have to attend both sessions, but I really, because that Zoom session will help me work with you and help you through the problems when you get stuck, okay? And there's nothing worse than having to do all these problems all incorrect, because then you don't really learn anything. So please, if you can participate in the Zoom sessions, please do. I understand maybe the time doesn't work for you, and this is why you're participating in the YouTube sessions, which are second best, I would say. Okay? So, with that being said, in the YouTube sessions, I'll be going over the model problem. So everyone got this packet here, okay? And you'll see number 1 is the model problem. I'm going to model how to solve this problem, okay? Then we're going to move on to number 2. When we do number 2, I'm going to have you try it. So I'll pause the video. I'll need you to pause the video as well. You try the problem. When you've done it, or when you've gotten stuck maybe, then you hit unpause, and I'll go over how to do the actual problem. And we'll follow those same exact steps for number 3 and number 4. Then, after we're done with 4, we'll move on to an exit ticket problem. For those who are not familiar with an exit ticket is, okay, it's just one problem, similar to the ones that we've done here, but you'll solve it. You'll go back to Google Classroom. You'll click on the Google form for today, which is week 1, day 1, and you'll answer the question right there. Okay? Now, it's going to be very key that throughout all of these sessions, okay, you're showing your work here. Okay? And yes, we're not doing the exit ticket problem together, but it's going to be key that you actually show your work here as well. Because in tomorrow's YouTube video, or tomorrow's Zoom session, the first thing I'm going to do is go over the exit ticket question. So you're going to have your work here so you could see if A, you got it right, or B, if you got it wrong, how you got it wrong. The wonderful thing about putting your answer in the Google form is it will tell you right away if you made a mistake. Okay, after you hit submit, you can look at results and it'll tell you whether you got it right or wrong. Now, I've encountered some issues, unfortunately. One of those issues being that if a student puts their answer in and they put too many spaces in, like maybe the answer is 50, and they put space 50, it'll maybe mark it wrong. But if you see, even if it marks it wrong for you, it tells you you got 50 and the answer is 50, just know that you and I both know you got it right. All right, let's get started with our first model problem. We have 30 times 3. Now I understand that maybe our multiplication facts aren't fluent yet, which is definitely something you need to work on. So my best recommendation is, since for starters I see a 3 times 3 happening, then I want to do my 3 times tables. Okay? So 3 times 1, 3 times 2, and 3 times 3 is where I'll stop, because that's all I really need. Okay? 3 times 1 equals 3, 3 times 2 equals 6, and 3 times 3 equals 9. Good to know. Okay? So I'm counting by 3s there. I'm skip counting for some of us. Now, before I put down my answer, what I also want to make sure to do is I'm doing 3 times 0 first. And we should all know that 3 times 0 is 0. Then I'm going to do 3 times 3 and get 9. So therefore, my answer is 90. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to give you the second problem to look at. Slide you over. Okay, 40 times 4. So I'm going to hit the pause button, and I want you to do the same thing and try solving this problem on your own. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so at this point, you've unpaused it, and you're ready to go over this problem. And I apologize for the glare. I don't know if there's really anything I can do to fix that glare. Nope, that's not helping it either. Okay, hopefully the sun will move. All right, so 4 times tables is what I'm going to do on the side here. 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, and 4 times 4. And I'm going to count by 4s just to make sure I don't make a mistake in my facts here. 4 times 1 equals 4, 4 times 2 equals 8, 4 times 3 equals 12, 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay, so that's what I need to know. I need to know it's 16. So first off, I'm doing 4 times 0, which is 0, and then the 4 times 4 to give me 16 here, which makes my answer 160. Some common mistakes is students forgetting to do 4 times 0 first and just coming up with the answer of 16. So we have to think about this. Does it make sense for my answer to be 16 when my number up top is 40 and I'm multiplying, which therefore means my number should be getting bigger. So think about that. Okay? So another way to look at this is saying 40 here, 40 in this here, 40 here, 40 here. So 40, 40, 40, 40. Okay? So 40 plus 40 equals 80. 40 plus 40 equals 80. Okay? And then 80 plus 80 gives you 160. All right, it's a great way to check yourself. Let's move on to number 3 now. So once again, the problem here is 20 times 9. I want you to hit the pause button and work on solving through it on your own. Okay, now that you've hopefully paused it, solved it, and now you've unpaused it, you're ready to go over it. So 9 times tables. 9 times 1 equals 9. 9 times 2 equals 18. Oh, that's all I need to do. 9 times 2. So first off, I'm doing 9 times 0, which is 0. 9 times 2 equals 18, which then gives me an answer of 180. All right? Now I apologize if you hear any noise upstairs, or you hear noise. It's coming from upstairs. It's my kiddos. All right? Which I'll be talking about them periodically throughout the summer. Okay, so let's move on to number 4. We have 30 times 7. Okay, so you're going to want to do your 7 times tables. Go ahead, hit the pause button now, and work through the problem. Okay, so you've unpaused it, and you've solved it already, and you're ready to go over it. So 7 times tables, 7 times 1, 7 times 2, and 7 times 3. 7 times 1 equals 7. 7 times 2 is another 7, which is 14. 7 times 3, which is another 7, which is 21. So that's the number I want to know and use, 21. So I have 0 times 7, which is going to give me 0. 7 times 3 gives me 21. Therefore, my answer is 210. All right, so for some of us, this might have been an easy first day, and some of us, we may have struggled a little bit, especially with the multiplication, potentially, or even remembering you're multiplying the single digit by that 0. Okay? So the concept here is to think about the mistakes you might have made all throughout these problems, okay? And try not to make that same mistake on the exit ticket question. So you're going to go ahead and in your packet on your own now, you're going to solve the 50 times 6. Then you're going to go back to the Google form in your Google Classroom for today, week 1, day 1, and submit your answer. All right, best of luck. And I'll either see you here tomorrow or maybe I'll see you in the Zoom video. All right, have a great rest of your day.